Okay, I got some requests from some people that wanted to know how I have my camera mounted on my Blade 450. So this is my Blade 450, and what I'm using is a small metal tripod that I got at I bought it at Micro Center, but you can buy it. You can get them online. I think this one cost $15, and it's got little legs that extend. And although I never use any of this, and it's just got a normal head. It had a little piece that goes on top to help tighten on the bottom, and I flew once without having tightened it down, and it fell off. So, but it's not terribly important. It does help. My suggestion would be to, if you're going to fly with this mount in and your camera not on, to take that piece off. It just unscrews. But at any rate, I want to show you how it mounts. So basically, you take it and kind of lay it flat, and where it's going to go is right here in this hole. Trying to get you a good spot so you can see. So it's going to take up this space right there. So I kind of flatten it out, slide it in, and so it's basically going to sit in just like that. And I have these little Velcro straps that I cut to length, and I take those and I go through the backside of the rear mount, right back here, and I wrap this around here. And then I do the same thing on this side. Now the one thing you have to be careful about is that at least on the my 450, the antenna comes out right here. So when you're mounting this, you want to make sure that you keep the antenna clear. So you just make sure I don't catch it. Pull through like this. When you're done, just make sure that so that's what it looks like when it's mounted. And then you take this and it sits straight up. Now I'm using an old Flip Ultra Flip HD little camera, so it sits, the mount on the bottom of the Flip is on the right side, the far right corner. So when the camera is actually mounted on the heli, when the camera is actually mounted on the heli, it sits right here, and it comes up to just below the blades, and the blade root doesn't generate, or one of the reasons there's a notch in the blade is to not generate any lift in this location because well, there's aerodynamic reasons that I don't fully understand, but so having the camera right here, there's very little wind down on it because of it's so close inboard. The other nice thing is that it's almost on the center line. It's almost on the center line with the main shaft, which makes it really cuts down on the vibration. Since there's not a whole lot well, it's on the center line, so there's not a whole lot of vibration. And the way I deal with vibration is that I balance the blades first by getting their center of gravity, and these have actually, I need to rebalance because they've actually come apart, the balance the tape has. But you balance them to find the center of gravity. Basically, you can put them side by side and take a smooth pencil or some other smooth dowel or something small, and you set them side by side and you roll them until one tips, and one will tip before the other one will. And the one that tips first, the other one you want to put weight on the end until they both tip at the same time. Once you've figured out where when you roll them, once they roll to where they tip over, you mark that, and that becomes your center of gravity for the blades. And then that's where you will add weight on in the future. You add the weight on the center of gravity line, and then you get your blades completely balanced. And that's how and that will get rid of all your vibration, or most of it anyway. So that is how I have my camera mounted. I don't have it with me, otherwise I'd show you it mounted. But that's the whole thing in a nutshell. Thanks.